There. Thanks everybody for joining us today. My name is Kimberly Smith and I am the sales manager for Celebrity Cruise Line, and I'd like to welcome you to our webinar today. We're doing this webinar on the Edge and Apex, two of our newest ships here at Celebrity Cruise Line. I'm joined today with the CruiseWeb. The CruiseWeb is celebrating 25 years of service. That is an amazing feat, so congratulations to the CruiseWeb. So let's get started. I want to go through, I'm going to keep about 30 minutes or so of your time today and walk you through some of the new features. Of course, we're going to address, when we're getting back into the water and all that other good stuff. So hang on, sit back, enjoy the ride, and we'll get started. So I want to show you a beautiful picture of the good old Celebrity Apex there. Celebrity Apex just joined us in April of this year. The Edge preceded her in the fall of the year previous. These ships are absolutely amazing. And guys, it really is, the design of the ship is going to change the way that ships are really built in the future. There's some very unique features. You can see that orange thingy on the side of the ship. That's called the Magic Carpet. It has 3 different positions. I'll tell you about that. We have beautiful ceiling to floor windows called our Infinite Verandas staterooms. So it's very different than the rest. So we'll go through all of that. First, let's talk about the stats. I always like some good stats on the ship. We've got the Celebrity Edge and Apex coming in at 129,500 tons, and that will service 2,918 guests on board. Very unique to both of these ships. 12% of the ships are suites. 68% of the rooms are veranda staterooms. That's pretty important. So when we talk about Celebrity Cruises, we always talk about ourselves as modern luxury. We're a modern luxury brand, and we have 5 pillars that we stand by. Of course, our design of the ships, we talked briefly about that. The accommodations, we have those infinite veranda staterooms, very unique, very different, but we also have different classes of service, not only just the suites and the regular balcony staterooms, but we have aqua class and concierge class, which is very unique and very different. And we'll talk about that, added amenities and such. Destinations, we go around the world. We service all 7 continents. So we get around, as they say. Our culinary is fantastic. We're sort of known as the Foodie Cruise Line. Your culinary programs are run by our James Beard trained chefs. It's unbelievable. I always joke and say that sometimes the food is too pretty to even eat. And then, of course, hands down, our service. Our staff and crew is just amazing on board. They're going to know what you want about 10 minutes before you knew you even wanted it. We call it intuitive hospitality. There's a lot of surprise and delight moments on board a Celebrity Cruise that I think you'll be very happy with. So looking at the new ships, of course, we really have innovated outward-facing spaces that really have exhilarating views. Ceiling to floor windows, very unique, very different. Something that you're not going to see on other brands or actually on our previous ships, to be honest with you. So this is a picture of our iconic suite. This is just a small portion of the iconic suite because she is rather large. But I wanted to point out, look at those beautiful windows. There are 2 iconic suites located in the front of the ship, and you really have the same view as the captain, sailing the ship. So it's absolutely beautiful. So the iconic suites, they are 2,581 square feet. Yep, that's bigger than my house. Pretty cool. Very spacious. On the lower right-hand side, you're going to see a beautiful picture of the outdoor deck space, and that is just for the iconic suite guests, of course. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It sleeps up to 6, and of course, you have your own covered hot tub. Not bad. Not too shabby. I think we'd all be very comfortable in these suites. One of my favorite suites I wanted to show you is the Edge Villa. Now, I live in a loft in my hometown here, and I absolutely love it. But this guy's ceiling to floor windows. It's sort of a stackable. It's got an upstairs and a downstairs. You don't see that too often on cruise lines. And look at the forward-facing windows. That bed is forward-facing that ocean. Can you imagine going to bed and waking up in the morning and seeing that beautiful sunrise? Unbelievable. Or for that matter, the sunset based on which direction you're heading. The Edge Villa is on 950 square feet. It's a 1-bedroom unit, and it has 2 bathrooms. It will sleep up to 4. And it is, as we said, a 2-story unit, and it does have its own plunge pool, which is pretty cool. It's like a mini-sized pool. So that's your own private. And then, of course, the penthouse suite, 1,575 total square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, sleeps up to 6 guests, and a beautiful whirlpool tub in there. I can tell you because I stood in the suite during the inaugural season. We invited some travel agents on board, and I stood in that suite for 12 hours, so I know every inch of the suite. And guys, it is absolutely spectacular. And that shower in the master bath probably can stand 6 people in the master shower. It's huge. I won't even tell you about the closets. Oh my God, gorgeous. The Royal Suite, of course, is 759 total square feet, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It'll sleep up to 4 guests. Again, you can see how beautifully laid out these rooms are. Pretty cool. That's sort of the living space, as you can see there. And then let's move over to our Celebrity Suite. Now, a little bit different. They have a little room divider. They're facing the opposite direction, not showing you the veranda, but it's still 501 square feet. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, sleeps up to 4 guests. I love these Celebrity Suites. They're very, if you wanted to have some friends over, you can close off the bedroom door. Nobody gets to see everything in the bedroom, and you have really a great living space and entertaining space if you decide to have that. And then our entry-level suite is the Sky Suite, 476 total square feet. I love these. The bathroom is magnificent with a shower and tub, very spacious. Great amount of closet space in the Sky Suites as well. And with all of our suites, one thing I do want to mention, our suites are serviced by our butlers. And when you book a suite with Celebrity, they're going to give you what we call our all-in package. So you're going to get all 4 perks. All 4 perks are going to be your beverage package, but we upgrade that beverage package to a premium beverage package for our suite guests. You're going to have an onboard credit of $300. You're going to have gratuities included, and you're going to have complimentary Wi-Fi. So pretty nice when you have the suites. And guys, if you've never thought about a suite before, I definitely encourage you to talk to your travel advisor, have them price it out, because it's a lot of times not that much more. And for the amount of space and the amount of amenities that you're automatically getting with your suite, a lot of times it's just a little bit more, and oh my God, it's such a great value for the space. Now, all of our, if you noticed on the slides, it says the retreat. What's that? So basically, all of our suites also have private access to our outdoor retreat area. It's our sun deck. It's an exclusive suite-only sun deck. Absolutely beautiful. You have your pool butlers there. You have your bartenders are there. This is just for the suite guests. So you have an outdoor space as well as an indoor space and your own private restaurant. This is a picture of Luminae. Luminae is probably one of the most spectacular restaurants, and I have to say this picture really just doesn't do it justice. It's gorgeous. It has your breakfast, lunch, and dinner options for the suite guests, and it is private just for the suite guests. So it really is over and above. I absolutely love this. Okay, so for those guests that are not interested in this suite or just might be out of the price range, not a problem, because guys, remember I was talking about the design of the ship? Oh my gosh, so this is mind-blowing. We've configured the ship with a new type of veranda. If you notice, you're looking at the veranda, you see that big window, that ceiling to floor window? With a touch of a button, I'm going to be able to take that top window and lower that down, and that now becomes my veranda. So my veranda is actually part of my stateroom. There are some room dividers. If you want to separate the veranda from the bedroom, you're more than welcome to. I'll be honest with you, the last time I sailed on the edge, I left those partition doors open because I loved having that big open feel. It was absolutely spectacular. The bathrooms are gorgeous, the stand-up showers, the marble tiles. It just looks and it's very functional, and it works. There's so many times, cruise lines will build ships and they don't work. This actually works. There's a lot of great little features throughout the room that your room steward will walk you through. But the Infinite Veranda staterooms are 243 square feet. And the next slide is actually going to show you a little bit better picture. You can see where she's standing when that window is lowered down. So pretty spectacular. It's really innovative, and they've done an amazing job of redesigning and sort of changing the future of how cruise ships are built. Gotta love it. So I mentioned just briefly, and I'll just remind you, we do have 2 classes of service, of staterooms, our Aqua class and our Concierge class. Both are going to come with added amenities. The Aqua class rooms are going to be located near the spa. And they are also going to have a private restaurant called Blue that you're going to be dining in. Concierge class is more of the amenities and extra service of a private welcome lunch for our concierge class guests upon embarkation. So a little bit different, but you definitely want to check this out because it is, what's the next step above a balcony stateroom? Then I would definitely recommend taking a look at Aqua class or concierge class because both are very, that next step up. Now, if you're traveling as a single guest, we do have some single staterooms. Guys, they are considerably smaller, but there's plenty of space there. They are the Infinite Veranda staterooms, which I love. You can still fit 2 chairs out on that veranda. You have those room dividers, if you like, to separate that veranda from the bedroom area, but still very spacious and great for our solo guests. They do come at a lower single supplement, so that is something that you want to ask your travel advisor about. Dining, of course, is spectacular. This is really sort of a mishmash of pictures. The guy with the camera there on the left-hand side, this guy is taking a picture of his dinner, right? And it looks like, what is that funky-looking table? Well, we call that Le Petit Chef. It's actually called Tablemation. It's a company that has a story that goes along with your meal, and it is something that you absolutely must try. We have some more detailed information on our sites, and you can take a little peek, if you will, a little video to show you what that's all about, but it is highly recommended and something I would definitely say make sure you visit. Now, and we have 4 main dining rooms, and we also have our exclusive suite class restaurant, which I showed you a picture of, Lumine. Aqua class has Blue, that way we just mentioned. 6 specialty restaurants. Now, specialty restaurants, I do have an additional charge if you like to go. 5 complimentary dining venues and 11 bars and lounges. I'll be at the bars and lounges. Thank you very much. I'll meet you there with my premium beverage package. So, guys, this is just a picture of Blue. We were talking about Blue, the Aqua class restaurant. I love it because they typically have smaller tables in there. Seems to be just a little bit more intimate dining experience. So for those guests that booked that Aqua class, this is your specialty restaurant. And it is whenever you want dining. So you would just go ahead and see the maitre d', and they would seat you at the time that you decided to go. Pretty simple. Now, we do have 4 main restaurants for all of our guests, and we do have 2 different kinds of dining. We have traditional dining and we have select dining. So traditional dining is going to give you that designated time. So do I want to eat early or do I want to eat late dining time? And then select dining is you choose. You can choose your restaurant on select dining, and you would just go to the restaurant of your choice and be seated, ask for a table if you want a small table, large table, however you want to do it. For the traditional dining, of course, you'd want to tell your travel advisor, and they would put you noted in the system if you wanted a smaller table or a larger table. Make sure you do that. Pretty fun. And then our specialty restaurants. Guy's Fine Cut Steakhouse, probably the most amazing steak I've ever had. The Rooftop Garden Grill, Raw on 5, and Le Grand Bistro is where we have the Le Petit Chef. So great opportunities for you to just step it up a notch and go to a little bit of a special experience. The Grand Plaza. Now, guys, when you board these vessels, oh my God, this is what you're going to see. This is the Grand Plaza. It is sort of the hub, the middle of the ship. It's very active. There's the martini bars located there. There's always something going on, the lighting, the sound. It is the hot spot. You'll have dancing and music and all kinds of different entertainment throughout the day. And it is really, as I said earlier, the hot spot. Our theaters, we've reimagined our theaters. We now own our own production company, so we do create our own shows. If you notice, there's a stage in the rounds with chairs around it. Very different, not your traditional Broadway style. With all of the screens, we can do a lot of different types of visual effects. It's pretty neat, and the shows, we've really pushed it to the limits and made it a unique experience of something you'll never have seen before out to sea. And then there's another fun, the club. This is a great place. They do trivia here. Sometimes they'll do bingo here, all kinds of activities, live music, bars, dancing. It's a little bit of everything. It's a 2-story club, if you will, and lots going on all day long. And then for those of you who want to go with families, I know some people have asked me in the past, can I get married on a ship? Sure, they will usually take one of the meeting spaces here block that off for private receptions, etc. If you have a company and you want to do a little meeting time, write it off as a business expense. That's an opportunity for you as well. So I thought I'd just mention that. Eden. Now, Eden has 3 levels on the back of the ships. Very cool. There's those beautiful windows, ceiling to floor windows. And with the 3 levels, we call it chillful, playful, and sinful. There's a restaurant, cafe, entertainment. There's bar, lounge. It's a little bit of everything based on the time of day. It's absolutely gorgeous. Tons of greenery. You've got to check this lounge out. And then our spa. We can't forget about our spas. Got to have that relaxation time. Hair salon, barber shop, thermal, sea thermal suite, fitness center. We have the Peloton bikes on the edge, and then we do have S45 for those fitness enthusiasts on the apex. So very interesting and lots of workout, sweaty fun when you're on board. You got to burn off those calories one way or another. And then, of course, the Solarium. I love the Solarium, guys. This is the indoor pool area. We've got our hot tubs, our pool, and our Aqua Spa Cafe. A lot of people forget about the Aqua Spa Cafe. That is a great little venue that you can have breakfast and lunch in. It is smaller plates, if you will, a little more healthful type cuisine. They'll make homemade granola bars in the morning. They'll have these shakes, if you like, to whip up for you, all kinds of different options. Pretty neat. And one thing that they always have is these little mini muffins. I don't feel so bad eating a little mini muffin. You know, muffin is cake, so I don't feel so bad at having my cake in the morning. So it's sort of funny. I'm laughing at myself here. I hope you're laughing along with me. The main pool, guys, this is our largest pool ever designed. No more of the smaller choppy pools. So I think a lot of it, like, I don't know why we did that. So now this is a great opportunity for much more space. There are loungers actually in the water, and then you can actually swim laps in this pool. It's big enough for that, so it's amazing. Dancing, sporting, all kinds of live music, bar out here, lots going on, of course, throughout the day. And then there are private lounges that you can rent in this area, and you'd ask your travel advisor to go ahead and book those for you. They're considered the alcoves. And now the magic carpet. So that orange thingy on the side of the ship, what the heck is it? Well, sometimes it is our embarkation, disembarkation area when we're tendering. Sometimes it is outdoor seating for a restaurant. Sometimes it is a private function space. Sometimes it's just a bar and a place, really cool place to hang out, enjoy a drink, and be above the ocean. It is so neat. Guys, this is about the size of a tennis court. It is, will hold 100 guests. And it is something that you just don't ride. It's not like people are riding this thing up and down the ship. For the majority of the time, she'll be down on deck 5 as the outdoor seating for raw on 5. And then in the afternoon, later afternoons, she'll move herself on up with no people on it. And she'll move herself up to like deck 12 or deck 16, where she will become sort of that outdoor loungy bar kind of area. Now, when I mentioned where she serves as our embarkation, disembarkation area, on the upper right-hand side, you're going to see when she's lowered down to the water. That is when we need to tender. We can't dock in certain piers, and we need to tender. And in the past, we would have the little lifeboats come up and pick you up and take you ashore. Now we have this very easy on, very easy off platform, if you will, that really is fantastic for all guests, and especially our handicapped guests, to roll onto our launch vessels. Now, our launch vessels, we're not calling them lifeboats anymore, because they have beautiful leather seats, hardwood floors. They're fully air conditioned. It's a much more luxurious way to get ashore than ever before. So we've really pumped up the modern luxury and living up to our name. Our rooftop garden area, always something going on up here. There's the big screen. We have movies up here. We'll have nightly entertainment up here. Of course, there's our the rooftop outdoor dining restaurant, as well as far as specialty dining goes. So there's a little bit of everything. And one of my favorite spots in the very back of the ship, behind the big edge sign there, is the Sunset Bar. We didn't do away with that, thank goodness. And it's one of my favorite spots on all of our ships. But they've done a nice job on Edge and Apex to really make it special and a super feel. So where the heck are these ships going? So let's talk about the itineraries. So when we get back into the water, and guys, right now we're scheduled to go back into the water on August 1st. We are committing, and we are saying right now that we will come out with Edge and Apex first. So the itineraries to be announced, we don't really know that right now, but I can tell you that in the fall we will be doing sort of what we call our winter season. They'll get back to their scheduled 7-night Eastern and Western itineraries, which is really cool because you can do these ships back to back to one another, which is sort of fun and a little bit different if you wanted to experience both of these beautiful ships. But the rest of the time in 2021, she's going to be in Europe, and we're just going to go through quickly. Most of the departures for Apex are out of Barcelona, and the Edge are out of Rome. All kinds of different itineraries. We've got everything from 7-night Western Med, Spain, France, Italy, and Monaco. We've got the Greek islands, Turkey, and Malta. We've got Eastern Med, Italy, Greece, Turkey, and Koper, and Slovenia. So lots going on, lots of different opportunities for you to take a look at those schedules. And I would highly recommend that you do that with your travel advisor because there's a little bit of everything. Santorini, one of my most favorite places in Greece. If you've been to Santorini, you probably have a good donkey story. So you can ask your travel advisor about that and they can give you the scoop. But I absolutely adore that island. So I'm just going to show you through some of the different beautiful pictures. My God, look at that water. Doesn't that look like Windex blue? We always laugh about that. So Greece, absolutely beautiful. Hydra. And then, of course, the old city of Jerusalem in Israel. And, guys, there's a bunch of itineraries. I don't expect you to really copy these down. This is what your travel advisor is for. This just gives you a glimpse of the Europe and transatlantic season for Apex. As you can see, we've got an abundance of itineraries, different departure ports, of course. You're going to embark and disembark. Mostly in Barcelona. There's a couple that will be doing Rome to Barcelona and vice versa. So this is where you really want to take a look at those itineraries. You can view those online or certainly ask your travel advisor and they'll help you out with this. Here's some more. And then, of course, you've got the Edge itineraries. She's mostly going out of her home port of Rome, and she'll be doing her anywhere from her 10 and 11 night itineraries mostly, and doing her Italy, Greece, and Turkey itineraries. Oh, we do have some with Croatia in there in Montenegro, so great opportunities. No matter where you go, I always recommend take those short excursions, especially when you're doing Europe. Guys, you want to make sure that you book your excursions in advance. Make sure you get it done because otherwise you're going to miss out and say, oh my God, I really wanted to go on this excursion and it's no longer available. So when you're looking at making your cruise, I also say, get your deposit down on your cruise and then start looking at your shore excursions and see what you're looking to do because there's lots of opportunities. And some of that onboard credit that you earned by getting in one of those suites, you can use it towards a shore excursion. Wouldn't that be a great opportunity? So guys, I know the big question is out there, with the pandemic going on, when are we going back in the water? Briefly mentioned it earlier, our goal is August 1st is when the plan right now to go back into the water. We'll probably come out into the water with just our 2 newest ships to begin with, and we'll have probably shorter itineraries, and then we'll work our way back to our regular deployment schedule, and that will be released along with our health protocols. Because obviously we're trying to prevent a disease on board the ships, we're trying to prevent any of these horrific news stories that you've seen on television with, guests stuck out to sea. Obviously we have a plan in place. Our health protocols that we've turned into the CDC, we are expecting we're going to get an A++ rating. We want to be the cruise line that has the very top rating out there. We don't want to just, say, oh, we're going to do the minimum and get by. Absolutely not. That's not the way Celebrity does business. Celebrity is looking to make sure that those protocols are over and above. So you're going to see a lot of different things. There'll be new technologies. There will be a new guest experience in the different destinations because obviously we have to work with all of our shore excursion providers and make sure that they're following the safety and health guidelines of our ship as well as in their countries as well. We're going to go to market soon with all of this, so hang in there with us. I know everybody's anxious to figure out where we're going and what we're doing. Certainly, if you have future cruise credits for, sailings that were canceled previously and you're chomping at the bit trying to figure out where you want to go next, go ahead and make those reservations. Trust me, we'll get there, and you'll have all your health protocols in place. We do have a best price guarantee that they've introduced as part of our Cruise with Confidence kind of program. so there's a lot of different options. And if, hey, you have a sailing that's, you know, still scheduled and hasn't been suspended as of yet, stay with it. Trust me, we're getting back out into the water. If you're a cruiser, you like me, you want to get back out into the water and you want to get on vacation. I've now missed 4 sailings that I was supposed to be on since January, so I'm a little bummed, and I definitely have the itch to get it back out into the water. So hang in there, we'll get there. You know, cruising is going to be a little bit different. So we only have time for just a couple questions, and I just wanted to go through and let's see what we've got here. I've got a couple questions. I see that somebody's asking a question about the verandas, those infinite verandas. Will there be air conditioning in the rooms when the window is open? That's an excellent question. So yes, here's the deal. Remember I was talking about those partition doors. If those partition doors are open, the air conditioning is going to shut off when the window is open. If you are going to have the window open and want to keep your room chilled, if you will, air conditioned, just close those partition doors so it'll keep the air conditioning on because it does automatically shut off. Another thing I'll share with you is, like, say when you leave your room, you left your window down and then it starts to rain when you're in port. Don't fear, because the captain has a master switch, and in case of inclement weather, he's going to push that switch and all windows will go up. So then, you know, obviously we won't ruin our ship and we won't ruin anything that you've left on your balcony. So certainly it's a nice little feature to have the captain take care of that for us. So we thank the captain. Other questions here. Let's see. I know you guys have to have more questions. Oh, another protocol question I see coming in, asking about, will we need to wear face masks on cruise ships? That's an excellent question. If I had that answer, I would certainly share that with you. I think that you're probably going to see in the future that, and this is just my personal opinion, that when we're flying, of course, we're probably going to have a mask on. Maybe when you're boarding the ship, there will be new protocols in place where we will have health screenings prior to you even getting on board the ship, that you'll have these, you know, with your own doctor. And then, of course, they'll be doing probably temperature checks and whatnot like we've had before we had our suspensions. And then you might be wearing a mask to board the ship, but I cannot imagine, you know, everyone running around the ship with a mask on. But hey, you know, hang in and wait for those protocols to come in, and certainly we'll let you know. So that's all the questions that I see right now. But hey, do me a favor, if you have any additional questions, feel free to contact your travel advisor, and they'll get those questions on over to me, and we'll answer those for you. We thank you for attending today's webinar. I tried to be really good and keep it right at 30 minutes here for you. If you do have any other questions, feel free to call the Cruise Web. They're at 800-377-9383. And again, as I said, congratulations on their 25th anniversary. That is an amazing feat in this world today, to be in business for 25 years. So we're very proud of them. And guys, I've been working with the Cruise Web for quite a while now, and their agents are top notch. I you know, have said they're like my family. They're my family, my friends. They're great partners to work with, and hopefully you'll see them as family too, and they'll become part of your family and help you make those vacation dreams come true. So I look forward to seeing you all out to sea on Edge and Apex. Hang in there. We'll get out there soon, and you guys have a fantastic day.